welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about another record by the National. This is the album, not the first album I heard, but it was the album and tour that turned me from casual fan to mega fan of the band. I had heard the National originally when I was listening to the Last FM online, and they would give you recommendations for stuff. I had been listening to Iron and Wine on there. I liked them a lot at the time, still do, but I was a big fan around the time of Boxer, I guess, was when the National album was out. So they recommended, I think it was Slow Show off of Boxer as a comparable to something I might like. They also recommended a Knockerville River song too, so I managed to get into two new bands based on that. But yeah, so I got into a Boxer at the time. Really enjoyed that record a lot. After that, High Violet came out later, the next album. I was less into that. I like it a lot now, but at the time I was, iffy. And then, in 2013, Trouble Will Find Me, the album I'm talking about today, was released. So that was in 2013, and that was around the time that I was starting to buy vinyl again. I had a lot of records still. I've always had records, and I kept all the records I had when I was younger. But I had only been buying sporadically. But around 2013, I started to buy again. This was one of them. Probably the first one. Along with, I got the My Bloody Valentine self-titled one I ordered, and the Sharon Van Etten Are We There? So yeah, I was, getting back into the whole thing. So Blind Buy too. I didn't hear any songs off this, but I knew I liked the band, and I thought, well, it's kind of cool. So yeah. And the same year, so they toured for this album, and they were touring with Frightened Rabbit, who I actually was more of a fan of than the National. I thought, well, that's an incredible double bill, so that made me super happy. So went to see the bands. Frightened Rabbit was actually the opener, but until their set was a little shorter, but then the National came out, and that just blew my mind. Not at first. I mean, they played their songs that sounded good, but gradually the performance built up to such a point that they're just so amazing live. I didn't realize how good live they were. And when Matt Berninger ran into the crowd during Mr. October, that was like an amazing moment. It was an outdoor theater type thing, and it was actually raining lightly, so it was an interesting dynamic there. But yeah, he just was singing the song, running through the crowd, and it was amazing. They also finished up the last two songs, like the encore. They did Vanderlyle Baby Geeks off of High Violet acoustically with Frightened Rabbit. I think they did another one of the songs off of High Violet acoustically too, as their end piece. So it was pretty amazing. So that was, after that, I was just, had me re-examine my whole fandom. Now since then they've been like a top 5 band for me. Like anything they do, anything connected to the National, I'm interested in. So, as far as the album goes, it to me is, of all their records, the one that I don't hear a song that doesn't sound amazing to me. I mean, I'm not sure, but I think this is the most singles of all the records that they've done. I think because there was 5 singles off of this one. There was Demons, Don't Swallow the Cap, I think Sea of Love, Graceless, and I Need My Girl. I think those were the 5 singles. But to me, almost anything on here could be considered a single. I Should Live in Salt is an amazing song. Heaven Face, This Is the Last Time. Pink Rabbits is actually one of the best songs on here, and it's still, wasn't a single. But they released 5, so you can't expect the world. So This is what my vinyl looks like. This is original because I did order it when it came out. You got that. This also does feature, at the very least, contributions from Sharon Van Etten and St. Vincent, Annie Clark. I think there may be more notable. They say Annie Clark, yeah, they mentioned there. There's someone else. I'm just looking at this. Owen Pallett. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. And Sufjan Stevens. So both pretty cool. I don't know if you know Owen Pallett. He's Canadian. I think he's like a violinist, fiddle player type thing. But he's pretty cool. He does some good stuff. And Sufjan, I'm sure people know that. Yeah. And so yeah, like I say, it's, to me, not a bad song on here. Some of the songs, I mean, I like all the lyrics. Matt Berninger always writes really amazing lyrics. And the song Demons, the one I like is when he says, when I walk into a room, I do not light it up. Fuck. And the other one was in, what was it? Oh, I think it's in Graceless. I think it's where he says, God loves everyone, God loves everybody, don't remind me. Kind of made me laugh too. But there's lots of snippets of great stuff here because he always has these, you know, if you sit down and read the lyrics, it's pretty cool. The other thing he does on this record, which he's done before, or done later actually, is reference albums and bands and stuff. So in one song he references Let It Be and Nevermind. And he does use the expression needle in the hay, which is an Elliott Smith song. I don't know if that was on purpose, if that's a reference to Elliott Smith or not, but maybe. And the other one he mentions is, oh, what is it now? I forgot now. Oh, Bone and Drag. Yeah, he mentions the Morrissey's singles album, Bone and Drag. Something about listening to Bone and Drag, which is also mentioned in the Ryan Adams album, the debut. They talk about Bone and Drag. But yeah, he also did, they did that later, the National did, on the I'm Easy to Find. There's a track on there where he references listening to R.E.M. again. He's talking about Life Search Pageant. He says begin to begin over and over and stuff. That's kind of a cool. I kind of like that they reference other music. Obviously, it's music they like. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I have a favorite song on here. Like I said, I like the whole thing, but it's hard to pick, right? Pink Rabbits, though, is one of my tops, and probably Demons, Graceless. Yeah, those are probably three of my favorites. So anyway, that's my thoughts on this one. As always, the musicianship is great. I mean, the Dessner brothers and the other guys. I never talk about the other guys. I can't remember now. There's 5 members of the band. But anyway, yeah, the sounds are good. Some of the chord structures, chord progressions are pretty interesting. Especially I Should Live in Salt, that has a really interesting chord progression, which is not. I've tried playing it; it's a little awkward. If I'm not a great guitarist, but you know, I found it a little bit of an off. So it's an interesting chord progression and vocal melody that comes in on that you know, if you just hear the thing by itself, you might not think that the vocals fit in that way, but then when you hear the song, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, that works. So yeah, so that's it. Trouble Will Find Me, The National, and my continuing series of albums by The National that I'm talking about. This is pretty important to me. So anyway, that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. If you like this kind of thing, you can like the video and subscribe as well if you like. And I would certainly appreciate that. Hope everyone's having a good week, and I will talk to you all again soon.